Hello everyone and welcome to our next fight. I'm with Miles Morales, aka Spider-Man versus Captain Marvel. And I hope this worked because this is be done in post-production. You should see the deck list right now, and I'm not going to explain too much. And because, as you know, my cards are in German and you can't read them anyway. And I will blend them in every time a card is being played or being activated. Yeah, you will see. Well, just to explain it a little bit, I don't explain what Miles does, but I explain what Captain Marvel does. She has an attachment energy channel. It's this one, and it reads after a leader, hero, or an ally attacks, and leader, hero, or ally attacks Captain Marvel, place one energy counter here, and there are at least 4 energy counters here. Remove all of them. Captain Marvel attacks that character. This attack gains overkill. And if you are wondering why I'm looking to the right or left, I don't know, with mirroring, it's because I have the cards on my screens in English, so I can read them to you and not wondering how they are called or anything, because I obviously can understand English and German as well. It's always hard to translate on the spot, so I have the cards here, and not all of them are open, so sometimes I have to look them up, and that takes a little bit. Okay, then the main scheme this time is Sheet Recruits, which reads: when we read, the enemy team searches the encounter deck for 1 minion and deals 1 to each player or on the enemy side. Because we are playing solo and not multiplayer or PvP, I have to choose myself, and I have to choose what the enemy would choose for me, so I choosing the worst one for me. There are only 3 real options here that are Shang-Chi, Colleen Wing, and Paladin. I think you could really argue whether Paladin or Shang-Chi is worse, but I myself think that Shang-Chi most of the time is worse for me, because I have to get rid of an upgrade when this card is revealed. And most of the time, most leaders want to establish upgrades in the first couple of rounds, and this card shuts that down. And Paladin is hard as well because he has toughness and good stats, but I think Shang-Chi most of the time is harder for us. So, and that's it basically. And let's get right into it, and then let's explain things when they are coming up. I draw 6 cards. Let's look whether we're going to mulligan. Well, we have a lot of resources here, and do we have something to play with it? Jefferson Davis is not a card I really want to play. I actually have to put him up for me. And what does he do? He has an alter ego action. Exhaust Jefferson Davis, remove 1 threat from the scheme with the least threat. This card is not that great because of 2 reasons. The first reason is that I only can use him in alter ego, and the second is that I cannot decide myself from which scheme the threat is being removed. But still, I think I might want to play him this turn anyways, because then I can get rid of Alpha Flight Station right away. And it is not needed, but I still like to get rid of it. Then I really want to play Swing In, not this turn, but in general. Yeah, but I think I'm getting rid of it right now. Spider-Man as well. Not for the early beginning. In this Spider-Man, I never want to play regularly, but just with Across the Spider-Verse. As you will see, most likely later. So let's just mulligan these 3 cards out, and let's draw 3 more cards. Yes, this is an upgrade, which is not great for me because then this would have to be removed for Shang-Chi. So I cannot play this turn, but still I think I want to keep Under Surveillance in my hand because it's just great. Maybe I'm going to play Web Shoot this turn with this card, and Jefferson with this. And yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do actually. Yes, okay, let's do it. And these two I will keep in hand. And most of the time you don't want to keep cards in hand, but well, let's do this turn anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm playing a Genius for Jefferson Davis. What he does, I already told you. Then let's activate him and put this down to 2. Whatever Flight Station does, I will tell you just in a moment. Then I'm not going to play under surveillance. So let's just flip them, and let's switch Miles Morales to his hero form. Let me just shortly explain to you what Spider-Man does. Actually, he has 2 abilities that get activated under special conditions. One of them is Web Shoot, so you will see this in a moment. And the first one is Venom Blast, which deals 2 damage to an enemy and then stuns that enemy. The second one is Spider Camouflage, which gives Spider-Man, and it's always this Spider-Man, a tough status card and then confuses an enemy. So as you can see, Miles Morales always wants to inflict status conditions on enemies. Alright, first things first, I am going to thwart with Spider-Man to get rid of Alpha Flight Station. What does Alpha Flight Station do? It actually does one thing when it's defeated, and that is place 3 energy counters on energy channel. I think I already told you what energy channel does. So let's get 3 counters here. As I said, when another counter gets here, then this card will, Captain Marvel will attack me. So I could have thought about not doing this, not getting rid of Alpha Flight Station this round, and beforehand getting this up to like 3 or at least 2, because we always remove all the counters when this card gets over 4 counters, or 4 or above. So it's smart to get up to 3 counters and then activate Alpha Flight Station, but still I think it's fine here because I don't want to keep waiting. Alright, then now I'm going to play Web Shoot with energy resources, and because of the energy resources, we are going to activate the second ability of Web Shoot. But the first thing that's going to happen is that we deal 4 damage to an enemy, which is Captain Marvel, putting her down to 10. Then, because it is because energy channel is a first response, this activates. Does it activate? I'm actually not sure whether it activates right away or if it activates just when this card is resolved in total. I actually don't know. And it doesn't really matter that much. Because of that, I'm just playing it out as if it would activate right away, putting it to 4, and then letting Captain Marvel attack me, which is 2 damage plus energy absorption. Let's read what this card does. And place 1 energy counter on energy channel. Alright, so she's attacking me for 2, putting me down to 7, and then she gets 1 counter already again on energy channel. Alright, then now the second step of Net Shoot, Web Shoot is getting activated, which activates my Venom Blast special ability, which, as I said already, deals 2 damage to an enemy, which is Captain Marvel, and stuns that enemy as well, which, well, stuns her. And the great thing about Venom Blast is that it is not an attack, so it doesn't trigger energy channel because it only triggers on attacks. Alright, then as I said, I'm not going to play under surveillance because of Shang-Chi, and as you can see now, it really hurts me that I cannot play it this turn. Yes, because it's 2 less cards in my hand for next round, but I think still that this was the right decision. Alright, then let's get me readied and draw 3 cards. Let's just take a short look at them. Alright. Of course, this card, I know. I just thought that Alpha Flight Station is still here, but it isn't. But this has to get removed. Yes, then let's just put them down so we are not distracted by them. Then Captain Marvel, it's the villain's turn, or in this case, the leader's turn, and she gets one threat on the main scheme. Then she wants to attack me, but she can't because she's stunned, so she's not stunned anymore. Then she's getting another encounter card. The first one we already know is Shang-Chi, and he does nothing because I don't have an upgrade in play. And the second card is what is it called in English? It's Dark Designs. And what does it do? When we read, place one pursuit counter on pursuit by the past. Then if it has counters on it, the villain schemes. So now we're getting one counter here. What this does, I will explain just in a moment. But now we have one counter here. So Captain Marvel schemes. She schemes for 1 plus 2 is 3. So this goes up to 4. Now let me just explain shortly what Pursuit by the Past does, because maybe not every one of you played in Standard 3 already. Standard 3 is not Standard 1, as you can imagine. And the main difference between Standard 1 and Standard 3 is that in Standard 1 you can always draw Shadows of the Past or Shadows from the Past, the treachery which forces you to play the Nemesis minion and the Nemesis side scheme, and then shuffles the rest of the cards in the encounter deck. And this can really hurt if you draw this card really early in the match, and it is a little bit of borrowing if you don't draw it at all. And what Standard 2 does is it puts the environment Pursued by the Past in play, and this basically reads that if you're playing solo, if we accumulate 4 counters on this card, then more or less Shadows from the Past is being played. And this way, we are pretty much guaranteed that we are not drawing our Nemesis too early, but we are most likely, if the match is long enough, getting it at some point. And I think this is really cool and really cool design. And yeah, this is just what happened. We have one counter there now, not a problem from now, but maybe just in a moment. But we will see about that. So what we can do now with our cards, I'm absolutely going to play Under Surveillance, which just raises the threshold for threat of the main scheme by 4, putting it at 11. Let me just put it beneath the card. Yeah, why not? So now what can we do now? I could play what is this card called? We could just play. I actually didn't prepare this card. Endurance, I think it's called, which would give me 3 more HP. Do I need Wasp right now? I don't really need her. Well, but actually I could use her to thwart at least for once here, and then I could try to attack him. But do I need the life points right now? I think those are actually nice for me. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's play Wasp as a resource and play, as I said, Endurance, I think it's called, which gives me 3 more life points, max life points, and putting me up to 10. And yes, then I'm still going to play Overwatch. What does Overwatch do? I will attach it to Shield Recruits also. And this does, in some, whenever I'm going to scheme the main scheme, I can also apply the same thwarting to another scheme and play. And then discard this card. And I don't have to, it is not a forced interrupt, so I can always decide whether I want to do it or not. So I can time it for myself for the most convenient time. So now I'm going to attack Shang-Chi, because we have to get rid of them, and I'm putting him down to 2. So this is my turn. I forgot to put him up last time, but it's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I think I can do something with those cards. Let's just flip them again so we are not confused. And let's get on with it. We are getting this to 5. She is going to attack me. Am I going to defend? No, I'm at 10 life points. It's alright still. He's attacking me for 2 plus 1 is 3, and he also for 2, though I'm getting 5 damage in total, putting me down to 5, but I think that's alright. And we are getting one more encounter card, which is what is it called? Which is nowhere is safe. What does this do? Place 1 pursuit counter on pursuit by the past. Then if it has any counters on it, discard an upgrade or support you control. Alright, so this card gets I get that one counter. Now I can get rid of an upgrade or support. Then I think I will just get rid of Overwatch. It's just not that important. So I'm quite happy that I played it. Alright, now it's my turn again. What do we want to do now? I have actually quite the choices. I could play Web Shoot, which we already saw, or I could play Swing In, and Swing In I think is nice right now, because if I play it, I can thwart and confuse her in the same turn, and I think this is what I really want to do. This card I could still play also, but I don't think I want to. But let me think about it. If let's just say I play this card, then I can confuse her, and if I play this card as well, for this I don't have the resources actually, so it doesn't add up. But if I would have that, then I could also destroy him and heal myself, but as I said, I don't have what it takes for that, so it doesn't matter. But I am playing Swing In. What does this card do? It removes 4 threat from a scheme, and if I paid for this card with a genius resource, then I resolve my camouflage, and this I want to do. I could keep this card, which I don't know what it's called, in order to play it this round also, but I don't want to right now, so let's get rid of those 2. This one, do I want to keep this one? Nah, let's just get rid of it, because I don't think that there are too many side schemes here. Yeah, let's get rid of it and play Swing In. So I'm going to reduce this by 4, and then I am activating my camouflage, which lets me confuse an enemy. I'm going to confuse Captain Marvel and let me get a tough on Spider-Man, which is just great. And that's it. Alright. Then what I'm still going to do, I'm going to attack Shang-Chi, which puts him out of his misery. And then I am going to switch into alter ego form. Now I have the chance to activate my response of Miles Morales, which says that after you change to this form, shuffle 1 Spider-Man card from your discard pile into your deck. So let's do it. I think thwarting already is quite under control, but well, we have both of them in the discard pile already, and both of the Swing Ins, but not both of the Web Shoots, so I could still put Swing In into my deck again, but at the same point I don't think that I will have much problems with thwarting, and because of that I think I want to deal more damage. Yes, I want to deal more damage, but I'm not quite sure actually if this is the right choice, but still let's make it. Yeah. So then the other thing I'm going to do obviously is I use Jefferson Davis, and yeah, I complained that he is not that good, but he already thwarted for 2, so he's not that bad actually. Yeah, then let's draw up to full hand size. Let's just take a short look what these cards are. All right. Not too much of a spoiler. Then it's Captain Marvel's turn. She gets one threat on the main scheme. Then she tries to thwart, which she can't, and not thwart a scheme. And then she obviously gets another encounter, which is this is from Paladin, though let's take a look. Which is bounty hunting. What does this do? When we read, discard one card from your hand. If I would be unregistered, this card would be chosen randomly, but I am not unregistered, so it doesn't matter. And then place one threat on the main scheme for each resource icon on that card. So let's take a look which card I want to get rid of. I have both of these. I think this card I want to play. I could play this, but I don't really want to activate Spider Camouflage again. But I think I will not play this card. So let's get rid of it and place one threat here for every resource, which is 1. So this goes up to 2. Yes, and then it's my round already. So first things first, Jefferson obviously is readied again. So let's use him again. And then I think I have to heal myself because I'm only at 5 here. Let's just do it. Putting me up to 9, even though I am in tough. I still think that this is the right decision. Then I am going to alter E to hero form, and still I think I'm going to play. I am a little bit annoyed that I didn't prepare my other cards. I will cut just for a moment and I will prepare them as well, so this is not that annoying. So I prepared it and now I can read it. It's one way or another, and I think I do want to play it, because drawing 3 cards right now would be quite good, especially because I have the double resources. So what does one way or another do? It's an hero action. I search the encounter deck for a side scheme, reveal the side scheme, and draw 3 cards. So let's play it. Let's search the deck for a side scheme. Do I want to use this? Let me just read it shortly. I will cut this out as well because it's not interesting for you. All right, I just decided I'm going to get a rest order, which is when defeated, the defeating player deals the topmost cheat minion in the encounter discard pile to themselves as a face-down encounter card. And at least right now we don't have one of those in the deck, so in the discard pile. So I think this is a great idea to put out now and not later. Yeah, so this is why I chose it. Then this has 4. And I cannot thwart the main scheme right now, but I don't have to. So now I'm going to draw 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. And actually quite good ones because they are basics. And the first one I'm going to play actually is Ironheart, because she lets me draw another card. So let's just do it. Play Ironheart and draw another card, which is what this card called, Heroic Intuition, which is also a good card. But I think I am going to play Ghost Spider, just so I can get rid of this card as early as possible. Yes, but then I cannot play Web Shoot this turn. Maybe I can. Well, let's just get rid of these for 3 resources and play Ghost Spider. What does Ghost Spider do? Let me put her up. Ghost Spider, I can only play when an Evaporator, which I am. And interrupt when Ghost Spider leaves play. Search your deck for an identity-specific event and add it to your hand. So quite the good card, I would say. All right, then we have those two in play, and I have still more cards in hand. Do I want to play either of those? I could still play Web Shoot and stun her, and I think this is just what I'm going to do because thus we have enough tempo. Yeah, let's just do it. Use those two for Web Shoot. What this card does, we already know. I'm putting it down to 4, to 2 actually, from 8 to 2, and let's stun her. And now I actually might attack her with Ghost Spider, so I just put her in the next phase. Yeah, let's do that. I am going to attack her with Ghost Spider as well, which advances her. And you might, and just in a moment, think that this was a little bit of stupid, but I think it is actually quite good. So what does Captain Marvel do when she advances? Let me put her up shortly. She gets steady. What does steady do? Steady means just that we now need 2 stunned or confused counters on a card to actually apply the effect. But as you will see, most likely just in a moment, it's good for me that she is steady. I actually like this. I prefer it to not being steady. And when we read each player an encounter card, Captain Marvel cannot take damage. Which is okay for me now because I don't really want to apply more damage to her. It's actually quite nice that it's happening right now and not later when I could deal more damage. All right, then in the second part, the force response, I don't remember whether I already told you. And because that's the exactly same as of her first stage, but let me read it now. After Captain Marvel attacks and defeats a character, place 1 energy counter on energy channel. So depending on the on how many counters we have on energy channel, it's not really that advised to block with allies because then we get another counter here. But we don't have to worry about that right now. All right, then let's keep the tempo up. I'm still going to thwart this with Ironheart, at least for once, and putting this down to 3. And thus I'm going to end my turn. And I think it was quite the nice turn. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just take a short peek at it. Or at them. This is not that good done by me. I could use this. Another Web Shoot Genki. Moon Girl would be nice. And I might do it. We will see. All right. And let's not get ahead of ourselves. Good. This would be readied as well. And then it's Captain Marvel's turn. She is putting one more counter here, which we don't care about. Then she's going to attack me. I still have tough, so let's just get this happen. 2 plus 2 is 4. Because of tough, nothing happens. Except the tough getting away, of course. Getting discarded. All right, then let's review the first encounter card, which is Paladin. He has first strike and toughness, so let's put a tough encounter chest on him. And when he's getting revealed, which happened right now, I have to discard one card from my hand. So am I going to confuse someone, or do I get rid of this card? But it has a genius resource, which I actually like for Moon Girl, as you will see in a moment. I think I will get rid of Inner Strength. And it's not Inner Strength. What is it called? I want to be correct here, so let me just put it up. It's called Power Within. All right, so let's get rid of Power Within. It's not that cool for me, but it's all right. And I obviously am getting 2 damage because he has first strike, so putting me down to 7. All right, now it's my turn. And now let me think whether I want to play Moon Girl. Moon Girl has the great ability that if for every genius resource I used paying for her. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. We have another encounter card, so let's resolve this first, obviously, which is Unregistered Super. This is a card which is great that we draw it in the second. It's a second card, not the first. What does it do? I have to. It's an obligation, so it just gets here. Let's put it here, and my identity now gains the unregistered trait. And in alter ego form, I can discard an identity-specific card from my hand, and then I can discard this card. And it also has an acceleration token here. Yes, so now I can play out my turn. Let me just think, can I just rush it? She has 18 life points. I could apply 4 plus 2 is 6 damage, putting her down to 12, putting her down to 10, and then 8 and 7, which is not nearly enough to rush her. So I think I'm not going to rush her too hard, but still I think I'm doing a half rush. Or do I play Moon Girl? I think playing Moon Girl still is the way to go here. Yeah, just the card draw is just nice. Yeah, Web Shoot is damage, would be nice as well, but Moon Girl still. Yeah, let's just play Moon Girl. What does she do? If I, as I said, use Genius resources to play her, and for every Genius resource paid, I draw a card, and I use 3 of them. So let's draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And I would play the Web Shoot, I guess. Yeah, not the greatest choice actually, but it's all right. So now I still am getting rid of this. Let's see if we still don't have a shield card in play. We don't, so I still want to get rid of it. Yes, I will. I want to. And then let's do it. Let's. I myself, do I want to get healed? Let me think about that just for a moment. But I do know that I want to get. I am just going to thwart here, which removes her. I cannot block with her, but as I said, I don't want too much counters here, so it's all right. Then I also am going to thwart with a Moon Girl and get rid of this card. So this we don't have to worry about anymore. And now we can thwart here again if we want to. All right. The question is, do I want Web Shoot or do I want to get rid of Unregistered Super? We could argue for both of those to be a good thing, but I think to get rid of Unregistered Super is better in the long run, and I hope that this battle will not get to the long run, but it might. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to attack Captain Marvel for 2, putting her to 16 and putting 1 counter here. I just remembered I attacked with Ghost Spider beforehand as well, so we would get this up to 3, I believe. Yes. All right, then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch. Then I'm going to put another card in my deck again, and I still think we want to apply a lot of damage, so we can just finish the fight and not drag it out. And because of that, let's get a Web Shoot in the deck. Yes. And I still think I'm going to attack, heal myself. A little bit of comfort zone, so to speak, would be nice still. And I am going to exhaust him, putting this down to 1. And yeah, I'm going to get rid of Web Shoot to get rid of Unregistered Super. These 2 cards I don't really need right now, so let's get rid of them to draw better cards. All right, then this was my round. And oops, this was wrong. This is correct. And now let's draw up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are so many great cards that I didn't draw, so they are here. But still, these are quite the good cards, actually. Maybe we can even finish it now. We will see about that. All right. But first things first. Captain Marvel is getting 1 threat here. Then she's going to scheme for 2 plus 3, which is quite a lot, 5. And these two, so 7, which brings up to 9. And makes us really happy that we have Shield, that we have under surveillance here. Yes, it's not that bad for us if we actually get to the second phase, but still it's good that it didn't happen already. And here we can see Jefferson actually put his weight, so I'm sorry that I doubted you. All right, then we get another encounter card, which is, what is this card? It's for martial law. It's rapid response. What does it do? When we read discard cards from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded, if you are in alter ego form, place a threat on the main scheme equal to that minion scheme. Alright, then let's just get rid until a minion. It's the very first one. And he has one scheme. So we get this up to 10, which still is alright for us. Good, then that was it. And now it's our turn. Then let me just take the math class, so to speak, and think whether I can finish it now or whether I can't. I absolutely am going to play Web Shoot, most likely for this and this. This would put me here, which puts 6 damage on her, and putting her down to 6. Then I could play this card, which would let me get, play Spider-Man, and he's great. And with Spider-Man, I can actually do 2, 4, 6, 8 damage, 10 damage. I think this should be enough if my head calculation pans out. Let's see if it does. Still, I'm going to get 1 thwart down here just in case. And then let's see whether I can finish it or not, and whether I did the math correct. We are going into Spider-Man phase. Then what I'm going to do now is I'm playing, what's it called in English? Web of Life and Destiny. What does this card do? It is, if I'm a web warrior, then I can ignore the cost of this card, which I am. And then if the web warrior ally leaves play, I can choose a player, which is me, and that player draws a card. I hope here we have 3. We have. All right, then I am going to attack with Ghost Spider, putting 2 damage on Captain Marvel. Then she actually is, this is going up to 4. She's going to attack, and she's going to attack Ghost Spider because all these abilities happen before she gets the what is it? Consecutive damage on her. So now she's going to attack Ghost Spider, but it still gets overkill. I believe, yes, it does get overkill, so it doesn't really help me, but still. It doesn't really matter. It's even worse because then she gets another counter, but still, this is what's going to happen. She's going to attack her with 2 plus, this is going to get into play, which is alright. So just 2, which brings her down to -1, though I'm getting 1 damage and she's getting 1 counter. Now we have 2 activations. Let me just use her effect at first because it's an interrupt, and it says when Ghost Spider leaves play, search your deck for an identity-specific event and add it to your hand. So I knew that we would have both Spider Acrobatics, and I want one of those. Then let's just shuffle it, and because I know, and of course know which card would be on top, let me just back right in a moment. So I'm back. I just got a die, so I could say which card is top. The card, and this is even. This is odd cards, and the whether I am drawing even or odd, whatever I drew, whatever I roll, this card is on top. It's odd, so this card is on top. So yeah, I don't actually remember it, but still it's important because of this card. What was it called again? Web of Life and Destiny. I draw this card, and it's another spider acrobatics. And this way, I actually win quite easily, because now I'm doing 5 damage with this, 5 damage with this, and I actually don't even have to play Spider-Man, but still, do I want to play him? Because I still can play both. Yeah, let's still play Spider-Man with Across the Spider-Verse. What does this card do? Here is it. Across the Spider-Verse lets me tap a Web Warrior card, and I even can tap this card, and then I can get for 2 resources Web Warrior card from the discard pile into play, and I choose Spider-Man. And this card, because it has what is it called? Because it has requirement. The requirement will be circumvented, and this card is just great because always when he activates, I can ready and Web Warrior card I control. So now I have more than overkill, but still let's play it out. Let's start with playing for 1 resource acrobatics or arachnobatics. What does this card do? It's an attack, and I deal 2 damage to an enemy. If that enemy has stun status card, deal 3 additional damage, and if it has confused status card, deal additional 3 damage. So I can deal up to 6 damage, but in my case it's 5. And now you can see why I love the steady keyword actually if I play Miles Morales, because arachnobatics doesn't ask of me that the villain or the target is actually confused or stunned, but that it only has an status card on it. So with steady enemies, I can guarantee that these will always stay there. So I'm putting 5 damage on her, putting her down to 9, but still she is getting 1 counter here. Then let me just play another arachnobatics, putting her down to 4 and getting this up to to 3. Then let me attack for 2, putting her down to 2, and then she's going to attack me again, which is fine because I have 10 life points. 2 plus 2 is 4, putting her down to 6. And now I am attacking with, he isn't exhausted, obviously attacking with Spider-Man, putting her down. Let's just see how much damage we can do. Just for funsies, he will get re-steadied, he's just get readied because of Spider-Man's ability. Then we could attack with them and with her, putting this to 3 and her to -4. Yes, I think this was quite the explosive turn. Obviously not the top of damage we could do with other abilities or other identities, and with other decks. This deck is not first. It's not built especially to counter or to face Captain Marvel, and it is not. It is just not optimized as in general. This was not the goal. I just wanted to play a cool deck with him. As you can see with cards like Spider-Woman, she's just not good. We would not want to play her, or this card, which I now can see what it is called, Scare Tactic. Not that great card either, but I think it's a fun card to play. Well, and with that, it's over. I think it was quite the cool match. It wasn't that close actually, but I think we got quite a nice look at how Spider-Man Miles Morales works, and I think he's really a fun identity to play, a fun deck to play, and I hope you liked it. Yes, and more so than I hope that you liked it, is that I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I leave it to you, or I leave you to it, better said. Take care.